area's only lifestyle newscast, PA Live. I'm Haley Bianco.
And I'm Chris Bohinski.
Today, we're taking the show on the road for PA Live on the road montage at a social distance.
But the big story of the day is the snow. So before we get started, let's check in with meteorologist Logan Westrove. Hey, Logan.
Hey, good afternoon, Chris and Haley. Yeah, we've been tracking the storm over the past several hours today. While it hasn't been the biggest storm that we've seen all winter, it still has caused a few issues out on the roadways this afternoon. You can see here with the radar, we still have some snow over portions of Susquehanna County and Wayne County this afternoon across the northern tier and the northern Poconos. And you can see for the most part, a lot of that precipitation was more widespread earlier today. And now we're just left with a few scattered pockets of some snow and even that wintry mix. And we'll continue to see that as we go throughout the rest of the evening. Still nothing as widespread as what we were dealing with earlier this morning. You can see for a wider picture, a lot of that precipitation still continue to push up towards the north and east. Still wouldn't be surprised if we had a few pockets of that wintry mix to continue as we go throughout the rest of this evening into early tonight before we just give way to a partly cloudy sky. Here's a look at Dallas at Misericordia University. You can still see we have the snow falling here at the campus, and we have that overcast sky, about an inch or two of snow here on the ground, and that's basically what we've seen across the area as we've gone throughout the day for today. Temperatures right now, we're right at the freezing mark for many of us. 31 at Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, a little bit colder in the Poconos, of course, 23 for us in Mount Pocono, right at 30 in Hazleton, and 32 for us in Selinsgrove. So anything that falls will continue to stick, especially on those untreated surfaces as we go throughout tonight. You can see here with Futurecast, we'll continue to have that mostly cloudy sky with a few pockets of that wintry mix as we go throughout the rest of the evening into the early overnight hours for tonight. Otherwise, we'll have a mostly cloudy sky as you're waking up tomorrow morning for your morning commute. There should be no issues, just besides a few icy spots that are still on untreated surfaces. Tonight with your eyewitness weather forecast, that leftover mixed shower. Otherwise, we'll have a mostly cloudy sky. Lows tonight are dropping into the lower 30s, kind of staying right where they're at. And especially as we go into the day for tomorrow, highs right around 34 into the mid 30s with that passing flurry or snow shower. Otherwise, we'll have a mostly cloudy sky. But Chris and Haley, we're talking about some Arctic air building in for the end of the week. I'll see you guys at 5 with your forecast.
All right, Logan, thanks so much for that. Well, the snow that he's talking about makes for the perfect day to head to Montage Mountain to get in some skiing and snowboarding.
Absolutely. You know, Haley and I had the privilege of being at Montage Mountain earlier last week and really had a ball. Here, take a look.
Joining us now from the ski corner, Colin is here. He's helping Chris and I look our best before we hit the slopes. Colin, thank you so much for joining us today. Let's start off with my outfit. What am I wearing?
You are wearing a pair of our Arctic pants. Also, you have one of our Spider jackets on, which we have a lot of selection of. Actually, one of our biggest brands at the ski corner. Same with the pants too. They're probably the biggest pants company we also carry.
And I love the bright purple, but if you think my colors are great, wait till you see what Chris is wearing. Let's talk about Chris's outfit today.
Chris has our more popular brand on. He has our North Face pants with our Burton jacket, which we also have tons of colors.
We're looking sharp, ready to hit the slopes, but before we do, I may have forgotten some gloves and other accessories, which is where you come in. You have a shop here at the mountain and also a bigger store in Dixon City. So tell me a little bit about what you guys offer.
We offer anything you need for skiing or snowboarding, where it goes snowboard boots, skis, snowboards, tons of clothes, up to 16 brands, any kind of accessories you need, hand warmers, anything along those lines, anything you need for the snowboards or the skis as far as wax. We also offer service to the board where we tune the boards up. We can do that for you and fix that up for you.
All right, great stuff. Well, Colin, thank you so much for getting us ready today. All right, time to hit the slopes.
And you know, you can't hit the slopes without a little fuel to keep you going. When PA Life continues, it's time to talk Old Forge Pizza with Ravello's in the Wise Markets Kitchen.
Wise Market's kitchen. Pat Ravello is here from Ravello's Pizza in Old Forge, the pizza capital of the world. Pat, thanks so much for joining us on PA Live today.
Thank you for having me.
This pizza's looking good. You guys are known for the Old Forge style.
Yep, we're known for the Old Forge style. We've been located in downtown Old Forge for about over 52 years.
Wow.
Going on 53 years.
And it's a family business.
Yeah, it's a family business. My mom is watching actually right now. Hi, Mom.
Yes, and you said earlier to me in a commercial break, her name is Dolores. So hi, Dolores. We're going to be eating pizza. I am sure you have some at your home.
I'm getting hungry. This looks so good. And one of the things I hear from people is they love it because the recipe stayed the same all these years.
All these years, same recipe. We wouldn't know how to do it any other way. You know, people ask, hey, did you change that? No, we wouldn't even know how to change it. So we stay with the same sauce, same cheese recipes, and we even use the same garment boxes that were used in Old Forge years and years ago, and there's only a few places that still use them. And you know, factories in Old Forge, a lot of garment businesses, and this is what they use for a pizza box.
Looks good. Well, let's get to making one, right?
Yeah, like what is an Old Forge pizza? Like, I mean, of course, like I know what it looks like, but what actually denotes it as you're making us one?
Well, we make the dough fresh daily. It's a 11 by 17 pan, these are kind of hard to come by. If you ever see them for sale, anybody in Old Forge would buy them. They're not like a quarter sheet. They're a little bit smaller than a quarter sheet. And a lot of them have been, who knows, they're 50, 60 years old. But it's very hard to buy this size pan anymore. Every pizza in Old Forge is very good. You know, there's not a day or 2 days out of the week that we don't eat pizza from someplace else. And I could walk right on the back door of my house and go have some of the best pizza around. And
well, pizza capital of the world, my goodness,
right.
Of course.
It depends whose pizza you're in the mood for. And everybody has their own given, you know, they're fans of one place and fans of another.
And what's really neat is for people who are watching who don't live in driving distance from Old Forge, you guys actually can ship your pizzas all over the world, right?
Yeah. We use these boxes. It's a custom cooler box, and we ship it all over the United States. And it's great to hear some of these stories, how they grew up in Old Forge or the Scranton area, or they went to college in Wilkes-Barre and they miss our pizza. So we ship it all over the United States, and it comes in a custom cooler box, and it gets to you within a day or two.
Wow.
Yep, you could order that on revellos.com.
That's really good to know. When we come back, we're going to make some more pizza with you in the Wise Market's kitchen. Pat, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And when the show continues, we head back to Montage Mountain where Chris takes on snowboarding. Stay tuned for this.
We just geared up. Now we're on the snow. Now granted, it is flat out here, but that's why we have the best of the best. We have Bethany here. Now Bethany, you have been an instructor at Montage your 11th season, and you're going to be teaching me a little bit about snowboarding.
Yeah, we're going to learn how to get moving around on our boards today, starting off in flat ground and skating. We'll take it to the hill, where we'll learn how to stand in balance, a good stance on the snowboard so that we can slide down. Once we have that going, we'll start adding in some turns and hopefully get up the lift and really get turning down the hill, learning how to stop.
I think the first thing that I'm wondering right now is you just said a term, skating, but I don't see any ice. So what does skating mean in terms of snowboarding?
Sure, yeah, skating is more like you think of it more like skateboarding. We'll have our front foot strapped in and we'll be pushing with our back foot. That's how we get around in flat areas, and that's how we get on and off the lift.
And you know, I don't want to rob you of the pleasure. I know you can't even see me, so I'll move the goggles for a little bit of this. So for someone like me, I've been on a snowboard a few times in my life, but never had a professional instructor telling me, you know, what to do and how to do it. So would you say there's any like key points that we should keep in our mind when we're ready to jump on the board here?
Yeah, I think the main thing, especially when you're first starting out, is getting used to being sideways. And your whole life, you're walking around, you're facing this direction. Snowboarding, it's not very complicated, the moves that we make, but we have to be in the right position in order to make those moves. So that means staying in line with our snowboard, staying in a good stance, and that part is a little bit weird. That's the part that we have to kind of catch on to and get comfortable with. Once you get that, everything else kind of falls into place and clicks.
All the viewers know that I'm not the shortest of fellows. I don't know if I'm brave enough to reveal my weight. That might be another segment in here. But I would say, for me, I'm probably not the typical person I would think is going to be on a snowboard. Is there any myth or truth behind that in terms of, is this something for everyone? Do you say it's only for certain types of body sizes or body types?
Absolutely not. I firmly believe that every single person can snowboard or ski. It takes maybe a little bit different amount of time for someone, but I love meeting different people, different body types, different abilities, maybe some different history and physical needs. And when in my lessons, I see it as like a challenge to like, how can I help this person snowboard? What's going to be the key to helping this person get up there, moving around and having a good time?
Well, I am excited to hit the flat ground first, then the slopes, try that skating. I have been told by a few people here that this outfit is very slimming, so I think my morale and ego is getting boosted that, I don't know, maybe I'll surprise everyone once we start skating and getting on that lift.
Yeah, you might surprise yourself too. I think you're going to have fun no matter what.
Okay, you want to go board? Was that the term?
Yeah, we go board, go shred, go ride. We'll do it.
Well, I got my board here. Let's go.
All right.
Now that Chris showed us a little bit about snowboarding, let's talk about the other sport here at the mountain. Time for ski lessons with Tom. Tom, I'm so excited. Got the skis ready to go. What comes to my mind when I think ski lessons? Pizza. What are some of the tricks and tips that you give people?
Well, many people hear about pizza, but you know, we like to give it more like old Ford style pizza. Keep the skis a little straighter, not in these big wedges, okay? So that's what we're going for, a little bit. So that's the key.
Okay, that's really good to know. Old Ford style, love that. So ski lessons here, are they for the young, the old, everyone in between?
Anybody can come here to learn how to ski. Any ages. In fact, last week I had someone in their 70s learning how to ski. So doesn't matter what your age is, we can help you have fun.
When it comes to the difficulty of the slopes, what's the range like here at Montage?
The easiest way to remember is we have green circles, blue squares, and black diamonds. So we have everything from your easiest beginner slopes back here behind us to double diamond, very advanced expert slopes down lower on the mountain.
When you see people skiing on the mountain all winter long, what's the sign for you that, hey, they know what they're doing?
The key is you always see them, they're carving, their tracks are looking like railroad tracks.
Oh.
You'll see two clean lines in the snow, and it's what everyone aspires for. It's called carving, and that's what we're going for.
I don't quite know if I will get to carving today. You ready to teach me some moves?
Absolutely, it's a good thing because this started with skiing, remember, not snowboarding, even though both are great sports.
All right, the traditional way, so let's get on to it.
Well, you know what, let's get on to it. Let's get on to more pizza. We're already eating it, but when we return, Haley, my mouth is full of pizza, heads down that mountain. We got our boards.
We got our boards. Boots are all tied up. Got your board. Let me just introduce it a little bit here.
Yeah.
So on this side, when this snowboard is flat on the ground, it's just going to slide around. It's going to go down the hill any which way it wants. But these metal edges all the way around the snowboard, what we're going to do to turn is we're going to tip our snowboard on edge, either the heel edge by our heels or the toe edge by our toes. We keep it simple in snowboarding, and that's going to turn us. The snowboard has a nice curved shape to it, so when we put it on the edge, we're just going to hold that edge and ride it. But these edges are sharp, so we're going to make sure we keep our gloves on today. Even if we get warm, we don't get cut fingers. Bindings, I'll show you before we go on the ground with this.
Yeah.
Slide it in, you're going to hear click sounds, and then to tighten it up, you just ratchet it down to take it off. You lift the back side. Pretty simple. Right? So we'll get our front foot
You
strapped
have a lot of hope in me,
I
Bethany.
have faith and confidence.
Now I see that your board is smaller than mine. Is that because you're a smaller person?
I'm a smaller person, yeah. We usually, it goes a little bit by weight, a little bit by height. I usually say you want it somewhere between your like collarbone and the top of your lip.
Okay, then it's perfect.
Yeah,
so
seems about good for you.
put it
Good for
on
me.
the ground, right?
Yeah. Now, have you done any board sports before?
I would say no to that, but
Okay.
if any of my college friends are watching, shout out to Wheeling Jesuit University. We had a hill behind one of our dormitories on campus, and whenever it snowed, one of our friends did have a snowboard.
Okay.
But it did not have all the equipment.
All right.
So
Now, in your college days, do you remember which way you'd go down, which way you'd face, left foot forward or right foot forward?
I actually do remember this because you only really did this to get the good Facebook profile picture. So I believe this is where everyone was standing with the camera. So I think I went left foot forward, but I'm a righty.
That's pretty normal. Left foot forward is called regular.
Oh.
Right foot forward is called goofy.
Oh,
Imagine that.
Huh.
All right.
well, I
so
guess I'm regular, even though Haley would probably say I'm goofy.
I feel the same way about myself. So what we'll do is you can pull this up all the way. You're going to put your foot nice and flat. You might have to just move those binding straps out of the way. And then we'll kneel down. Whoa!
It's a little hard to bend in these clothes.
And that's why we start on the flat ground too, so it doesn't go sliding away before we're ready. Now your heel strap is kind of bent back behind you a little bit. You can pull it forward.
Okay.
And we're going to start there to help keep our foot sucked back.
Oh my gosh, is it big enough?
There you go, yeah.
Can you help me, Bethany?
Let's see.
I don't.
Sure. Foot all the way back. Oh, you got to slide your heel back just a little bit. Slide your foot back in the binding itself.
And you're telling me I'm regular. This is goofy.
All right. So, get it. Once we get this
This
one
is
in,
why,
stay
if
in.
you have only done this once before in your life behind your college dormitory, you splurge and get the instructor
There
when
you
you come
go.
to montage.
There you go. See if you get that toe in. That was just a little tight there.
Okay. And then, bam, bam, okay.
Yeah, and you just want to make sure it's tight enough that your foot's not wiggling around too much, but don't cut off your circulation.
I know, whenever I'm at an amusement park on a roller coaster, I do it, push that bar down until it hurts because I'm so scared that I'm going to pop out.
Hey,
So,
well, this will stay with you.
oh wait, I don't stand and do this. How do I put the second foot in?
We're not going to put that in right now.
Oh, just
We
stand.
won't get anywhere. We'll be stuck like
Okay.
little army men or something.
Well,
So-
honestly, Bethany, I think we need to take a little break right now. So let's go see Haley on this slope. So maybe she's doing a little bit better with her skiing.
All right, time for that ski lesson now. So, Tom, how do I start? Should I put the skis on?
So Haley, some of the things that we have to understand is before we put these huge things on our feet, think about it, we go from this little foot to this thing that's about size 60, right?
Yeah.
So before we do that, we want to learn how to move around on our feet and get the idea of what this is going to
A
feel
little
like.
simulation, okay.
Right.
I'm ready.
So standing off to the side, think about your athletic stance. Does that make any sense?
For someone who's not athletic, no, not really.
So here's an easy way to think about it. Put your
Oh.
your poles right here,
Okay.
and try to make a little hop in your ski boots and come to a landing. Your feet should be right under your hips. Good?
I think they
Feel
are.
good? That's
Right.
your ski stance.
Okay.
You want to avoid being like this?
I'm ready for the bunny hill.
You want to be like that? That's perfect.
Okay.
So think about now, we're going to do a little bit of rotation with our feet and try to take each foot and turn it like this and like that. And see if you can make two little hourglasses or bow tie shapes in the snow. Great.
Okay. Oh!
because that's the way we make the skis
Okay.
turn. We start developing that rotation in our feet and in our legs.
Okay.
So you can see where we don't do just simply that pizza maneuver. That's not the only thing about skiing. So
Okay, good to know. Am I ready now?
you're getting close to
Oh,
it.
there's more. Okay.
We're gonna do some walking around and moving around just in our boots, so we can get that feeling of staying in this stance
Oh, okay.
before we put our skis on. Okay?
Can we just walk?
We can? Yeah, you can.
I'll follow your lead,
Follow
okay.
me around a little bit.
Okay.
Try to get used to this feeling of just walking around and keeping your legs and knees flexed. That's good. You can go back now.
Okay. Woo!
So one of the other things we start doing is before we put both of these skis on, we put one ski on.
Okay, one at a time.
Yep, one at a time. So are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready for that?
I hope so. We'll find out, I guess.
So we kind of skipped over an important thing though. The way these skis are designed. See how they're shaped? Similar to the snowboard?
Oh yeah,
So
it's
we're
way
going to use
spinnier.
that to our advantage.
Okay.
These are the bindings. These are the brakes. So if you ever fall on a ski, these things pop down to prevent the ski from flying down the mountain.
Oh,
That's
I don't
what
know
they're
if I knew that.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you put the ski on, you put the toes in first. So TGIF, toes go in first. You push
I
your
love
heel
that.
down, push your heel down,
Okay.
and this thing pops up and holds
Oh, dear.
your boot in.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, got it. One's down.
So put that one ski on, and we're gonna do the same thing
Oh, wow, okay.
with just this one ski on now.
And you do this for everyone?
Oh yeah,
No matter the age?
that's correct. Here we are
cool,
back at our
workout.
ski. Let's pop that ski off and put it on the other foot and do the same thing.
Okay, how do you pop it off?
Take your pull.
Mm-hmm.
See that little dimple in the back of the binding there?
Yeah.
And push down on it. There
Oh,
you
look
go.
at that, like magic.
So what's cool about these skis is that you can put the same one on the other foot.
What?
Yes, you can. There are no left and right for these skis.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay,
So you lefty or righty.
righty.
So this one might be a little bit different for you.
Wow, this has been a great lesson. If people are watching at home and they think, hey, I want to get one of these lessons for skiing or snowboarding, what's the best way to schedule one?
Best way is you can go right online and you can go right through the website, go to the ski school page, and you can book a lesson right through there, okay?
All right, yeah, you want to do that before you hit the slope so you can stay safe. Tom, thanks so much for the lesson today.
You're welcome. I'm excited for you.
To the bunny hill we go. All right, Chris, we had our lessons. Are we feeling confident?
I am. We have all the trust in the world with the folks here on Montage Mountain.
They're down there ready to catch us if
It's
needed.
a beautiful day. For folks at home, we didn't make it even up all the way of this bunny hill. We're doing the abridged bunny, so maybe the baby bunny. But I think, are you ready?
I think I'm ready
Okay.
to shred some gnar. Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I gotta restart.
I'm the winner. It's been so much fun here at Montage Mountain learning how to ski and snowboard. How about some snow tubing?
I think that sounds like a fabulous idea.
We're gonna
I like to tube
take
in
the lift up.
water, so
Here we go! Off to the next adventure here at Montage Mountain for PA Live on the road. All right, one more winter sport to give a try today. We're talking about snow tubing now. Olivia's here at Montage Mountain with us. I am so excited for this. It's gonna be fun.
It really is.
Now, let's get the lowdown here. So how does the snow tubing operation work at Montage?
Yeah, so snow tubing, you can purchase your tickets online or in person. Monday through Thursday, the rate is going to be $30 per person. The session's going to be 4 to 9. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or holidays, we're going to have 5 2-hour sessions, and they're each going to be $50 per person. And we offer the adult slope and the kiddie slopes.
Oh, there's a couple. So something for everyone here when it comes to tubing. Now, to me, tubing seems like the more leisurely of activities here at the mountain. Would you say?
Yes, it's definitely family friendly. If you're going to bring a big group, it's definitely something you guys can accommodate to besides skiing and snowboarding.
And that's a long time to be up here, that window. So there's also the shack here, and they have food and drinks, and there's even a little fire pit. So what's the atmosphere like here?
Yeah, like I said, it's definitely family oriented, and you guys can grab a bite to eat and also something to drink. There's amazing waffles at Midland, which I definitely recommend, and their french fries are to die for.
Well, this sounds like a party waiting to happen. Yeah. Now, before Chris and I give snow tubing a try, Olivia, do you have any tips for success on these slopes for us?
Honestly, you just gotta go for it. Just don't second guess it. It's gonna be so much fun. Just when they tell you go, you just go.
Can you go faster somehow or go slower somehow?
You can go however you want. It's up to you. I recommend going fast because I like putting a little race to it with my other family members.
I think we're about to see a race here today. All right, who's in the lead so far?
I got the guy in the blue on the left.
Oh, I think the orange.
Oh.
I think 3 in and the orange. Oh,
there
yes! Wow. Now that's the
awesome.
way you do it? You lay down and do it?
Yep.
I feel like I sat when I did it last time.
Yeah, you can also sit in it as well.
Okay, so 2 options. We'll see how it goes.
Yep.
Olivia, thank you so much for giving us the scoop on snow tubing.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, it's time for Chris and I to go get in line. What is this thing called? The conveyor belt?
It's a magic carpet that I'll bring you
The
on.
magic carpet ride awaits.
All right, let's go.
Chris!
Watch the little bounce right there.
Just take 2 steps right on.
Okay. Okay.
Should we place our bets now?
Chris will win. On the mountain with my skis to now enjoying pizza in the Wise Market's kitchen. We're back with Pat Ravello of Ravello's Pizza in Old Forge, pizza capital of the world. So great that you're here.
Thank you.
I'm going to say slicing, but you're making it into cuts.
Correct.
Cutting.
As a tray would be. A tray of pizza, making it into cuts. That looks so, so good.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Hot out of the oven. And what's wonderful is COVID has shaken up businesses in so many ways, but something good that came out of it for Ravello's, you're now in all these local supermarkets.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. Once COVID started, I was approached by a local market, Malakari's, to put our product in their cooler. It's pre-baked. You bring it home, you bake it for 10-15 minutes, and you can have it fresh out of the oven.
And that cheese is so melty on there. Oh, that's great.
Listen, now, Pat,
Right.
I would judge this a 10 out of 10, but we do have to give a shout out because he was just on our show. Dave Portnoy, El Presidente at Barstool Sports, came to Revelos himself and gave you guys a
7.4,
which
very
for him
good.
is like a 10.
It's really good.
yeah.
If you get above a 6, that means you got some good pizza. So
Yeah, he really liked Old Forge. He really did. We hope he comes back.
right.
That'd
I
be
mean,
great.
it's different than other pizzas he eats, but, you know, it's so special to all of us here in this area because it's, you know, one of a kind,
Look at
Old
that.
Forge pizza.
Oh,
Wow. So walk us through what the
Golden.
pizza, can you tell us the ingredients, what makes it so special?
Well, we use the same ingredients, the same tomatoes, Roma tomatoes from California, the same company. Believe it or not, they're still in business all these years. And you'll see that a lot with tomato companies. We use the same tomatoes. We use our own spices inside the tomatoes. And our cheeses. We use 2 different kinds of cheese, and it's a blend of an American and a cheddar. But, you know, the blend is kind of like our recipe. And the dough, just about everybody in Old Forge has about the same dough. Depends how long you let it raise for, depends when you make it. We make our pizza dough every morning around 5:30 a.m.
Oh, wow.
And so
Fresh it is every single day.
Pat, would it be an insult to say, like, this is a very basic pizza just in terms of ingredients and, like...
Simple.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's simple. You know, you'll see on TV, like, they're doing this and drizzle of that and drizzle of this. But Old Forge, don't forget, everybody in Old Forge is using the same recipes our parents did 40, 50, 60 years ago. So this is how we were brought up. And, you know, all my friends in Old Forge all do their pizza their own way. But it is pretty simple. But the best thing about it is that we're still doing it the same way we did it for all these years.
Oh, I love that.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, really. But you can add toppings, though, if you don't want to be so plain. So what's the most popular topping that you have?
At our place, we have homemade sausage and meatball toppings, which are very popular. Of course, you know, you'll get your people with the pepperoni and the peppers and that. But Old Forge, Rivello's, it's usually like 90% plain. Just Rivello's pizza.
Well, it's very good. I already had 2 slices.
So good.
Yeah, the other tray is a little more empty, as you know, all of us down here have been picking on it.
And I do have to just mark this moment in time right now, just in case this becomes something in the future, because Pat kind of laughed at me when I asked, but I had a slice of Rivello's, and then I asked if we can sprinkle some of the room temperature cold cheese on top as like an added bonus. Amazing.
We did like that,
honestly, my next piece is going to be the same.
Well, it's so good right out of the oven, and now you can do that too with those pizza boxes at the local places. So many great spots, and even Montage Mountain, where we are at today in the show, showcasing all the great things there. So, Pat, stick around. We'll do another taste test in just a bit. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And when we come back, we're going to be cozying on up by the fire at Montage Mountain for PA Live on the Road.
Well, if you were watching earlier, you'd probably say that, did I earn all this food? Did I really break a sweat? I truthfully, Katie, was only on this snowboard for probably about 4 seconds, if that. But you know what, it doesn't matter. I tried it, we did our best, so now we get to eat. So Katie, Oh, I had so much fun. Katie, where are we right now with all this food?
We are at the Midland Craft Kitchen at Montage Mountain Resorts.
And I think it's called Midland because we're kind of in between all the different slopes right now.
Yes, you are. Montage is a middle loading mountain, so we have the north face over there, and then we have the beginner, and intermediate trails over there.
Oh, it's cool because we get to see some people coming off lifts, some people going on lifts, some people driving by. Let's not talk about that anymore because the real stars of the show, aside from you, is this food. So what do we have in front of us?
So first of all, the beer selection, we have a great variety of craft beers. We pride ourselves on buying local a lot and featuring all of our friends in the local craft beer community, such as New Trail, Last Minute, Wall and Paul Pack, Rusty Rail, SBC, Funk, Evil Genius, lots of PA breweries. We have your lights, you have your Blue Moons and your lagers and your White Claw, but there's something for everybody here when it comes to beer, when it comes to cocktails, mixed drinks, hot drinks, any kind of drink that that you would like can be offered at the Midland One.
So, if we have a drink, I guess we're already washing something else down in our mouths. So, what is some of this food? I see some pretzel sticks, some sandwiches.
Yeah, we have we have our s'mores kit with extra long skewers so that you can roast and not be too close to the fire. We have pretzel sticks. They're like pretzel French fries, and they come with a cheese sauce and a beer mustard. We have boar's head hoagies, a chicken caprese panini. We have an apple butter panini. We have a sriracha dog. We feature Ravello's pizza as well as Armetta's pizza. We have a pickle hoagie over there. So for those that are keto or gluten-free, that is an option for them as well. And we have delicious Belgian sugar waffles that you can get a ton of different sides. But those are just grab and go, and they're delicious to eat while you're on the lift or while you're walking around Midland with a cocktail or a beer.
I guess if you're saying we grab and go, I'll be grabbing and going, ooh, as the Nutella goes, but that's okay. If people are watching right now and thinking, I've been to Montage Mountain before, I haven't seen this. Are these tents new? Is this a thing that has come out of the pandemic of these socially distanced kind of eating pods?
Yes, so when we first opened this season, indoor dining.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry that I have to interrupt you like that, but oh my gosh.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
You don't need anything. You don't need syrup. You don't need anything. It's just perfect like that.
Continue.
So when we first opened this season, indoor dining was prohibited. So we had to do something, and this has been in the works for years. It's been an idea of our general manager and owners for years to do something on the North Face so that when you get out of your car, when you're at the North Face lift, there's something for you to grab a breakfast sandwich in the morning or a coffee or just grab a quick beer. So we have 15 tents able to be rented, and you have your own personal fire pit and a bunch of benches, and you can rent those any day of the week. And this is something that's been super successful for us so far this season. People have really seemed to embrace it. It's a great, fun atmosphere, packed on the weekends. It's a great vibe up here.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm going to save the rest of this for later. So, Katie, I appreciate you bringing me over here to Midland, and I'm sure all of our viewers, even if you don't want to come ski or snowboard here, you can come and eat. So, Katie, thanks so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, you heard it here. Work up an appetite at home, work it up an appetite on the slopes. It's all in good game.
We are wrapping things up now in the Wise Markets kitchen. Pat Ravello is here from Ravello's Pizza in Old Forge. Wow, we have some cuts here from the trays of pizzas you brought in. It looks so good. It is so good. I already ate 2 slices. Amazing.
Pat, what is your favorite thing about the dynasty that you guys have in Old Forge?
I don't know. I just like, I love everything about Old Forge. I love the people, and I love all my friends, my neighbors that are pizza owners, because I know they're hard workers. I know their workers are very hard workers. And it's, we're all friends there. It's something that, some people know it, and some people, don't realize how close we really are.
It's like a big pizza family, because you were saying most of the pizza shops there are all family owned.
Yep, and we all grew up above our restaurants.
Wow.
We all had to put up with sleeping in a booth and listening to loud jukeboxes to fall asleep.
Well, don't tell anybody, but Haley and I live here in the station. No, we're gonna
It feels like it sometimes.
Now, if people are seeing those boxes on the counter, those are pizzas that are already, what, a little pre-baked, and they're in grocery stores.
These are partially baked pizzas trays, and if you go to your local Garrity's, ShopRite, Malakari's, Kaminsky's, Wegmans, Shields Family Markets, look for our coolers. And you bring these home, you put them in your oven for about 10-15 minutes, and they come out just as it would come out of our ovens.
It's so good when it's just right out of the oven. The cheese is so melty and delicious.
And for anyone watching at home, the PA Live oven is a convection oven. That's what I grew up, and I know the struggle with knowing, like, it does,
cooked to perfection, though.
So you can do it. So you don't have any excuse of why you can't make one at home.
Thank you so much for joining us and
Thank you
bringing
for
all this great food. You can give them a call, find them online.